And welcome to the final video of the CAD tutorials. Now in the previous videos, you've learned how to create sketches, model parts, and make parts together in an assembly. In this video, I'm going to be going over how to use Onshape's interference detection tool, keep your document organized, create technical drawings, create a version checkpoint in Onshape, and share your final design. So first things first, what is Onshape's interference detection tool? Well, it is a feature that allows you to search through parts you select to find any overlapping areas, or in other words, areas where one part intersects another. So right here, I got a blue cube and a gray cylinder, and as you can see here, the cylinder goes through the cube, so you should expect Onshape's detection tool to recognize that there's an overlap between the cylinder and the cube somewhere. So let's run the interference detection tool right here, and I will select the cube and the cylinder. And as you can see, it has detected the common overlap section in red, which is the cylinder. And this is the crucial tool for making sure your parts fit and reduces the chances of you having alignment issues later significantly when you assemble parts you created in real life. Okay, so now let's go over some important tips when organizing your document so you can easily find and edit any part or feature without having to search through hundreds of them every single time. So tip number 1, organize your parts in separate tabs for each major part. This is especially helpful when you're working in teams and need to quickly find the part that you're responsible for. To show you what this looks like, I've pulled up an example from an existing FTC robot design that's public on Onshape. Notice how each major part, like the odometry front, the odometry back small, and the odometry back long, each have their own part studio. And within each of the part studios contains parts that make each odometry component up, such as the bracket and the pod with wheels. Tip number 2. Use clear and descriptive names. Instead of part 1 or test piece, try naming it something like intake mount V2 or left arm bracket. This will make it easy for you and your team members to locate and identify parts later on, when they will want to go back and make adjustments or reference them. Tip number 3. Use folders. As you work through complex designs, you'll notice that quickly your features list will fill up insanely fast. This can get annoying when you constantly have to scroll for a long time to click on different features. So to fix this, see if your part can be broken down into smaller sections further. Then you can group all the features that correspond with each section. Doing this can effectively save you a lot of time later on. So in this example right here, in this mounting bracket document, I can group all the sketches and extrudes for the holes into one folder. The impact that this makes is even more noticeable when you have a document with hundreds of features. Take this custom house that I designed, which has over 600 features. See how important it is when you have multiple folders, as if you were to scroll through them without folders, it would take a lot of time to scroll through, and it can also be laggy too. So doing this not only keeps you organized, but makes it easier to run from the top to the bottom of your features list within less time. Once you got all your things tidied up, now let's move on to creating technical drawings. These serve as a way to communicate the dimensions, materials, tolerances, and more essential info to the person manufacturing the parts, whether they're someone on your team or a sponsor. In Onshape, you can generate a drawing straight from a part or an assembly. In this example, I've created a drawing of my mounting bracket as you saw earlier. It contains all its necessary details such as its dimensions, its weight, and its material. It also features three main views and an isometric view in the diagonal, in the top right corner. So it's got the top view, the right view, and the front view. And these serve as important references so that the person that's manufacturing this product or this part can easily picture this and get a good idea of how your part looks like and what dimensions control it and shape the overall size, so they can accurately replicate it in real life. So next is version control. Now this is one of the most underrated features in Onshape. By creating a version checkpoint, you're saving a snapshot of your design at a specific stage. If something goes wrong in the future, you can always roll back to a clean version instead of starting from scratch. Also, this organizes it in a clear way so that team members can know what changes you've made with each version. So you can create a version of this mounting bracket right here. And right here you can see the new version that you created. And this serves as like a good log for your team members to see the important changes that you've made in each iteration of your design. Finally, let's talk about sharing your final design. Whether you're sharing with mentors, judges, or your build team, make sure you're giving them a clear, organized file. You can share a view-only link, or export step files for manufacturing. And that's it. You've taken your robot from an idea all the way to a final design that's ready to build. Remember, design doesn't stop here. Keep practicing, refining, and learning as you go. Thanks for watching this CAD series. If this helped your team, share it with others, subscribe for more, and drop a comment about what you'd like us to cover next.